It's the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford.
Ollie's on one wheel. Ollie's on one wheel. On the plot Malaysia.
Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. This is the 94th episode. This is the show for the fans.
Bye, fans.
Woohoo! It's the Manchester Derby and it's live at Old Trafford in the next 1 hour.
And in the red corner, we have supporting the club that is going downhill, Mr. Ronaldo.
It is. I love my club, guys. If you are a United fan, give me a shout. I love my club. I'm basically prepared to really enjoy this game. And I think United will be able to win. Hi, guys. Thank you for participating in the live chats. Awesome.
Big up, Rahul. Big up, Eugene. And I got to say, in the blue corner for today's game only, I'm supporting City. I want City to annihilate Man United tonight, really, and put you all to the sword. That would be an absolute pleasure to watch, even though I'm a Liverpool fan.
Are you sure, though? I mean,
City.
Would City's,
no, I know
City's win be good for Liverpool? I mean,
that's a good point, right? That's a good one. People say, I know, because they're competing with us for the title. I like them to put United to the sword. That's how much I hate United, and also because let's end United's hopes of the title. So we'll make it completely a 3-horse race. I think if City beat you guys badly today, I think you guys are out of the race completely. So let's do that first line. We'll deal with the other two later down the line, you see. But it'd be nice to see United get another spanking at their own ground at Old Trafford.
I really can feel that passion that you have, that you want United to lose today. I really can feel it. But hey, I'm a United fan. I'm going to tell you it's not going to happen. Okay, I think something special is going to happen today. Yes, it didn't happen against Liverpool. You guys really trashed the shit out of us. But I think this time, something amazing and something magical is going to happen. Because you got to understand, City has also come back from a defeat against Crystal Palace. We are coming on a win against Spurs. So we are also, coming back in confidence. So I think a lot of things are going to happen. So
do you know you came into the Liverpool game full of confidence in a comeback victory against Atalanta as well? And you got a real
like I said, I was honest.
And I mean, I don't know about this. Actually, Ram, what is the latest team news? The team news is the team news out?
Well, I haven't got it yet, but I think yes, Cavani is out. According to reports, Cavani is injured and he is not, in the squad. So that's basically what I've got. But let's wait and see what is the finalized, lineup. Let's see. Okay, so I believe yes, I have the lineup. Should I read out the lineup then?
Yes, read out the United lineup first, and then the City lineup after that.
I just have to say this: we're so excited because for the first time on the Plot Malaysia, we are going to be reading to you the live confirmed lineups of the Manchester Derby. So this is making history. Harry, are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to go, of course, with Man United sign-up. It's going to start with, of course, David De Gea. And I think Ole is going to play with his back three. Surprisingly, Lindelof is available.
He's fit. He's rushed another player back, basically.
Maguire is fit. Of course, Maguire is back. I don't know why. God help me. And, of course, Eric Bailly, who impressed very well.
He's gone with the back three, Lindelof, Bailly, and Maguire, right?
Yes, exactly.
How do you think he'll play this run? You think Maguire will be in the center of the three, or
yes, going to be Maguire is in the center. Maguire is in the center of the three because I think he's not that quick. So Lindelof and Bailly are quicker, so they will be able to, to have the aerial duels much better compared to Maguire, if you know what I mean. So if we talk about the midfield four, you've got of course wing backs Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right, left wing back with Luke Shaw on the left, with of course Fred and McTominay as usual, inseparable at the moment. So Fred, McTominay in the center of the park, with of course Bruno Fernandes as a attacking midfielder, and you've got Mason Greenwood and none other than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh well, it's not a surprise there, isn't it? Because I thought he would go with Cavani or he'll go with Rashford Ronaldo, but he's gone with Greenwood Ronaldo.
Yep. And what's interesting is that, I think they probably would have built some partnership in training. Let's see. It's going to be exciting to see how they work out in today's game
Yep.
because lately they've showed that these two can't really gel very well. So it's going to be very interesting for
So
United fans to see that.
let's talk about the United lineup, right? And you
Yeah.
spoke about confidence going into it. Let's focus on the United side, and then we'll get to the City story with the
Yeah.
lineup as
So
well.
it's the three
And we
four
want
one two. Yeah. 3-4-1-2. That's the lineup. Yeah.
Greenwood and Ronaldo has not worked so far. So yeah, let's get to that, Ram. Okay, so are you pleased with that lineup, basically, with the lineup and the way United is setting up for this game?
To be honest, no, Hari, I'm not because this is a big game. And
So what what
I
what, what
was
would you have liked? What would you have liked, basically?
Okay, I can't say much of the defense because when Varane is out, so Maguire has to come in if he's going to
So
play
you
a
like the
5-3.
formation,
So
right? The 3-5-2 or the three
yes,
four one two that
three
they
four
play.
one
Okay,
two.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So you're fine with the
I'm okay with the
formation.
formation.
What do you not like about the players picked?
I felt it would have been very good to see Van de Beek in action because I thought
You know that's
he
never
would
going
have
to
added.
happen, right?
I know, Hurry, I know, but
Yeah.
he actually when he came on against Atalanta, there was a chance that he could have scored, and he did show some class when he came on in those few minutes. So I thought it would be good for him to start, but I am hoping Ole actually gives him some minutes of the action today. So let's hope he comes in as a substitute. I would have also loved to see, to be honest, Sancho to have started this game as well.
No, but
So,
that's a really good point, right? And I wanted to get to that because I
yeah,
wanted to speak about that. And guys, I want your
yeah,
comments coming in as well. We want your comments coming, United fans out there, or any fan out there, really, like comments coming in. And this is what we speak about always. We've been speaking about the last couple of weeks when we talk about United and dig deeper, right? There doesn't seem to be any plan with how you guys recruit players and
yep.
any strategy or game or tactics around
Gameplay,
your
yeah,
team, right?
yep.
Yeah, I mean tactics around your team, right? Because you bring in Sancho, you chase him for 2 years. Apparently, he's always signing. You chase him for 2 years, and then you bring him in for 70 odd million pounds, and he basically doesn't get games. And then now what? You change the formation. So in this 3-4-1-2 that Oli prefers now, Sancho will never get a game because there's no role for him in this team. You won't play him at right wing back, and you obviously
No,
can't play him in the front two as well. So is it now a wasted signing in your opinion under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
I wouldn't say it's a wasted signing, but I think I'm going to go back to your point earlier about the gameplay and the pattern of play. I'm going to go back into
Yeah.
that because I feel Ole now feels or he thinks in his mind that because he played the three at the back at the Spurs game and won the game 3-0, he thinks it's going to work in every single game, even against City. So
No,
he
you know
thinks
what?
that this is going to be
You know what I think? I
what?
think. I mean, Ronaldo has saved you guys many, many times, man. I've got to show this to you, like, I know guys out there as well. But I think this is typified Ronaldo, like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you guys watch Squid Game,
I know
uh,
the Squid Game. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I've seen this before.
Ronaldo has been literally saving uh, United, right?
Yeah.
So my opinion about that is if he cannot I mean it's purely because I mean I know he's been saving you guys, but is it because of him that you guys have changed, or Ole has changed the formation to accommodate Ronaldo basically? That's my perspective on this. I feel that he's changed the formation because Ronaldo doesn't seem to be able to play in a
Okay.
alone as a
Okay.
front man, and when he
I
does,
get
he
your
can't
point.
press from the front. So is that why this has happened essentially?
I get your point, Harry, but I want to ask you a question as well. To answer this question, I want to ask you a question. Okay.
Mm.
If you are a manager, okay, that of that caliber where you are supposed to manage the players in your
There
team,
you go, guys.
no, yeah, no
Sorry,
doubt,
go
no
ahead.
doubt, no doubt that Ronaldo has saved Ole a lot of times. Yes, he
Finally, there you
scored a
go.
lot of
That's
goals.
what that's what I mean. He keeps saving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah. So
So how
let
long
me
is
let
this
me
going to
finish.
continue
Let
for?
me
Yep,
let me finish, Sherry. So
yep,
when basically when now you know that Ronaldo is saving Ole all the time, right? Now, undoubtedly, of course, he needs to start because he's scoring goals. He's playing well. He's scoring goals, so he has to start the game. That's
yep.
fine. But the thing is, if you are a manager, or if you are Ole, for example, or if you are any other manager managing that particular team, and you know that Ronaldo has to start, would you build a team around him, or would you actually have a proper game plan that puts everyone in equal spectrum, on the field? Or do you say, oh, Ronaldo is my savior, so I need to protect him. I need to make sure that
That's what I'm
I
trying. That's
play.
exactly what. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, right? He's
Yes.
gone with this formation because he needs to put Ronaldo in the team, and he knows it doesn't work as a one up top, right? He doesn't even at
Yep.
Juventus. He worked well in the front two, so he's put him now with someone in the front two. So he changed the formation to accommodate him. We make it a front two, but then the player that you have chased for 2 years plus won't
Yep.
get a game in this formation. Sancho doesn't fit in any role in this formation. Rashford's games will be reduced because he'll be rotating
Yep.
with Cavani. Greenwood
That's
the same. So how do you accommodate all these players when
don't
these
worry.
attacking players when you play a formation like that?
I'm not worried, Harry, because I think all these days are numbered. So it's just a matter of time before he can do all this right now, but I think his days are numbered. He's basically hanging by a thread. So if any stupid nonsense happens today, even though if let's say United were to draw the game, but we played really badly, for example, winning 1-0 by a penalty, or still playing terribly, I don't think Ole is going to remain in that hot seat very, very long.
So
So
what do you have to
it's
say?
only a
What do you
matter
have to
of
say
time.
about what do you have to say about Eugene's point here, right? I mean, the game literally, guys, we are 45 minutes away from a cracking game,
Yep.
but without Brown, the three at the back won't work for MU.
I agree with I
He,
agree with Eugene. You know why? Because I'm going to say this. I agree with Eugene that without Varane, three at the back does work, because I'm going to read out the Man City lineups now. And I'm going to tell you
yes.
why it doesn't work. Okay.
All right, brilliant. Read it out.
So obviously Edison, the goalkeeper,
Yep.
no changes there. Walker apparently is fit. So there
So
were
he starts
reports
right
saying that he
back.
could not. So he starts. Diaz is available. You've
John
got
Stones, I'm guessing.
Stones,
Yep.
and yes, Stones and Cancelo on the left.
Cancelo, by the
Uh,
way, Cancelo got three assists in the midweek game in
yep.
Champions League. He's a quality
Yep.
player who's moved to left back
Yep.
from right back, and he's been brilliant for them. So yeah, go on
Yep.
with that. Yep,
And you've got Gundogan, of course. He's there
back.
in the
Yep,
center of the park with Rodri and Bernardo Silva, who's brilliant in my
he's been
opinion.
outstanding. Bernardo Silva. Yep,
Yes, and they're going with the three forwards, which is really scary in my opinion. Gabriel Jesus, on the right, down to the right, you've got Phil Foden in the middle,
Hmm.
okay, and of course Kevin De Bruyne. This is interesting
Oh, that's
because we
interesting. So
normally
he's
see,
not playing. He's
yeah.
not playing Jack Grealish.
Exactly. So you're going to get De Bruyne, who's going to be, but he can play that role. De Bruyne can play that role, and he can spring those passes. So to answer, Eugene's question, yes, I think the back three is going to suffer. With Lindelof just deemed fit or just rushed into a game, it's immense pressure on the back. So definitely, I'm hoping for the midfield and the attackers of United to do something, because I don't see a clean sheet happening for United. No way it's going to be a clean
So
sheet.
so 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 so
So,
let me tell you from a tactical standpoint, right? Because we
yeah,
played City at Anfield and we drew two
yeah,
two, but in the first half we suffered a lot because
yeah,
Man City were brilliant, right? And the way City play now, because they don't play with the striker, they play with the false nine or no real strikers. What happens is they dominate midfield in every game because they outnumber you in midfield. All right.
yeah,
And with United now, especially because they are playing even smaller midfield, literally, you're playing with the wing backs and just Fred and McTominay literally there, they will outnumber you in the middle of the park.
it's too
They will get
defensive. United
they
United
will
is too
get
defensive.
they will get De
Yep,
Bruyne, Bernardo
yep,
Silva, Gundogan,
yep,
Rodri, even Phil Foden's a midfielder to dominate that middle of the park. So you will barely see the ball.
yep,
And number two, what they will then do is they will try to exploit the gaps between your two centre backs, so the wide centre
yep,
backs and your full
yep,
backs, because there'll be a
yep,
gap there. Because you're playing with three of the
yep,
backs, so you got wing backs. There'll be a gap there. They'll try to exploit that gap and they'll try to spring Gabriel Jesus and Phil Foden, etc., down there. And who can spring those passes into those channels? Kevin De Bruyne. I
yep.
think I think they will exploit you guys big time because I think firstly they'll dominate the ball because they outnumber you in the
They
middle of the
will.
park,
They will.
and
They will.
then and then they'll try to exploit those areas because Maguire is not really quick. Eric Bailly can be a bit rash. Lindelof is not quick as well. That's why I think Varane was very important when you play a three. He's got pace.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be really really interesting this one. But I like I said, I think they will
I
dominate
would have
the.
I would have rather for surprise, Ole just took out Maguire and threw in Phil Jones. That would have been a better lineup. That would have been. I would have been much happier with that. I'm like, okay, welcome back, Phil Jones. Get out Maguire. And now you have Maguire in the back. Let me tell you this, Harry. As of course, a lot of United fans, I think it's hard to admit, but I'm going to say it. We look terrible at the back. We're going to struggle in this match for sure. I think, to be honest, right, with Lindelof and Bailly, knowing that Maguire is in the middle and knowing that he's not that stable, it doesn't create that sort of a confidence for the defenders to do much. To be
All right,
honest, because
let me
it's going
just
to
let
be
me just say
lots of
something.
mistakes.
Let me just say something, right, to Karan's point. Karan's brought up a good point here. Ronaldo isn't a problem in my opinion. Even Klopp would start him in the Liverpool side. The manager should be able to manage the team to evolve around one of the goats. Now, I'll let you answer that from a United point of view, but let me go from a Liverpool point of view. In my opinion, Klopp doesn't start Ronaldo in his team. The simple reason is because every player in Klopp's team has to be able to press. Ronaldo is a brilliant goal scorer, one of the best footballers ever, but at the age he's at now, he doesn't press.
Yeah,
And one of those players not pressing in a Klopp system affects the whole team. The whole team doesn't function if one player doesn't press. A good example I'll give you is, I mean, not to Ronaldo's level, but Liverpool under Klopp had Daniel Sturridge. I know he was injury prone, but even when he was fit, Klopp never used to start him in many games. He used to start with Bobby Firmino in that false nine because the thing with Sturridge was he was not was never able to
press.
press, even though he was our best finisher in the club. He was not able to press, so he was put on the bench. So, in my opinion, he doesn't start Ronaldo. He won't sign Ronaldo in the first place because he doesn't fit the Klopp way, which is to be able to press. Because the whole team suffers if not. Ronaldo is a brilliant player. Don't get me wrong, and he will score goals. Klopp may throw him on, but he won't start him regularly because it affects the whole team and the way we function. But what about you, Ram? What's your answer to this question about Ole being able to manage the team and Ronaldo is not the problem?
No, I mean, I agree that I don't see Ronaldo as a problem because he's been scoring goals. He has
Yeah,
been,
exactly. He's been
scoring
saving Ole,
goals.
man.
He's been saving Ole. So it's not fair to say that, he's a problem or he should not start in the first 11. He is, because the United way of playing is different from Liverpool's, if you know. We're not really a pressing side. We are more of a counter-attacking team. So it works in that sense. But I do think that, in all fairness, even though how great Ronaldo is, it should not be like a team should be built around him. It should not be like that, because bear in mind he's 36 years old. Okay,
Yeah,
he's going to be
you don't
around.
build a team around you
Yeah,
don't build a team around a
yeah,
36-year-old player.
yeah.
Yeah. You
He's
build for
going
the
to be
future,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be there for 2 more years. What's going to happen when he leaves, or whatever happens? If he decides to leave United and go somewhere else or retire, or whatever it is, then what do we have? So I think Klopp's philosophy is fantastic in my opinion, because he builds for the future, and whatever players that are out of the equation, either because of signings, I mean, moving forward or retiring, that next player that comes in fits into the system that will
So
then
so so
be used.
so let me add to that, right?
Yeah,
Klopp Klopp doesn't build the team around a player. He
yeah,
brings in players to fit in his
the
system.
system.
That's the
Yeah,
difference. That's the difference,
yeah.
right? He has a
That's what we need.
system. If you don't
That's
fit
what
the
we need.
system, he doesn't bring you in. He doesn't recruit you in the first place. So if you look at the recruitment, we only recruit players. The profile has to fit Klopp's system, and that maybe
Yeah,
even could be players who are relegated, like Andy Robertson. It doesn't matter as long as you fit the system. He will bring you in because
and that's
he
why.
will not. Yeah, so there's never a question of him building a team around one player because
Yeah,
uh, it's the way the recruitment works. The recruit based on that system. So yeah, fair enough.
exactly.
Now,
So
Ram,
I
really
agree. I
really
agree.
interesting
Yeah,
question. Really interesting
yeah.
question. If you sack Oli, who are you going to get with Antonio Conte going to Eugene's club, Tottenham Hotspur now?
There are reports that, I'm going to just take these as rumors. Okay, I'm not going to say it's true or whatever it is, because I'm not someone who believes in all these rumors. But there are reports that are saying that they are in touch with Zidane. Zidane has rejected a few other opportunities because he feels that he is getting closer to the United job. So back when we spoke before about comparing between Zidane and Conte, for example, right? I always thought Zidane would have actually been a better choice because of his nature, attacking play. He used to manage Ronaldo before. He always wanted Pogba. He used to manage Varane before. So it's some familiarity in that sense, because he has he has that presence. So I think, Zidane would be a good pick, definitely a good pick. But yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with that. So if I could choose any manager to replace Ole right now, I would have to go with Zidane, because he is the
Fair
man
enough.
available right now.
Fair
Yeah,
enough. There
so
you
I'll
go,
take him.
Eugene. He wants Zinedine Zidane.
Yep.
I know. Obviously, Eugene points out that you have a Michael Jackson picture in the background. So yes, he does. He's a big MJ fan. So there you go, Eugene. But yeah, I mean, how do you think the game? I mean, the game were literally what 40 minutes away from the game round, Ram. So the
Yeah.
lineups are out. How do you think the game is going to play out? So in the first half, in the first few minutes, what would you like to see from a United perspective, and how do you think the game is going to play out as well?
Well, I'm going to be very honest, because I think as long as we do not concede in the first 20 minutes, I'm hoping that United keep it clean, do not concede in the first 20 minutes. I think then there could be a chance that we could do something in a counter attack. But if City is going to come out, scoring the first goal, second goal, then I can say our night is over because you letting one goal, maybe it's fine, but two goals onwards, it's game over.
So what do you
So,
say? What do you say to critics, right, Ram, who said that United and Oli changed their way of playing against Liverpool? They went and pressed Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool then dismantled them. Whereas in the
yeah.
past, he's had better fortune against the bigger club when he's defended deep and hit on the break on the
Mm,
counter attack with pace, right?
mm,
So do you think he's going to take that approach today, where he's going to defend and then hit on the break? And if he does that, are you going to
mm,
be for that or against that? Because you're playing at home. So are you going to
mm,
be okay if Oli sits back, defends today deep,
mm.
and then tries to hit? So he gives possession to City and tries to hit them on the break.
My answer is going to be yes and no hurry. Yes, in the sense that it would be a definite no to go on all pressing mode right now because you saw what happens against Liverpool. What happened against Liverpool? So that's going to be a wrong move regardless. Okay, if he's going to go with a high press, it's not going to work. And the way he has set up his team, it doesn't look like it's going to be a high pressing team. If you know what I mean. Okay, so that's that. For me, it's no. I'm not for that pressing, and it's going to be a good improvement from the Liverpool game. No, in a sense, also because this is not the United way. Because our brand of football is keeping possession at home, especially. You need to keep the ball clean, pass the ball around, tighten up the midfield. Do not give your opponents any chance to find that holes. In this case, looking at the lineup, I am a little bit nervous. And I'm not saying this because I think United is going to lose the game or, I'm trying to criticize my own team. No, I'm just being very realistic over here. By looking at City's lineup, I'm just thinking that, hey, wait a second. Why isn't he looking for a more attacking team? Why is he going very defensive into it? Because to be honest, we all know that United will concede goals. But in order to win games like this, you have to make sure you're able to push forward to score goals. And I am very, very nervous about Fred and McTominay, what they're going to pull off. You can't depend on Bruno the entire game. And of course,
And
at the
Pogba is
back as well.
suspended, isn't
So
it? Pogba is
Pogba is
suspended for the game.
suspended. It's a big miss. It's a big miss for United. I know with Pogba because he tends to shine really well against City.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well against City before, so it's a big miss. But hey, it is what it is. I like I said, if Pogba was suspended, and if there was a system, hurry now going back to this, I'm going to say this very quickly. If there was a system that Pogba was part of that system, okay, and now that Pogba is suspended, you need to find that right person that can replace his position. And I feel Van der Beek would have been a good choice. Agree or disagree with me, it's up to you. But I feel Van der Beek adds that going forward.
Let's be honest, like
That's
Van
what
de
I
Beek has
feel.
been there 2 years. He's not going to play. Ollie's never going to play him, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Van de
So
Beek,
so I'm
if
just
Ollie sticks
I'm
around,
just
if
yeah,
Ollie sticks
yeah.
around past January, I think Van de Beek goes in January, either on loan or he'll get sold in January. He's not going to stick around anymore. Like. You can see he's really pissed. Like.
Check out this
But yeah,
comment. Check out this comment, man. Oh my
great
god.
comment. Don't mention it. I hope Liverpool stops scoring after final. There was a pity element, sympathy element in there. Well, you never know. I mean, let's ask you this question, Ram, as a United fan. If City score early,
Yeah.
what's going to happen in that stadium? Is the mood going to turn? Are the fans going to turn on Oli? What's going to happen in your opinion? And what's going to happen to the team? Are their heads going to drop,
No,
fearing another Liverpool?
I think, Harry, you got to look at this as well. I mean, scoring a goal, any team to score a goal, it's fine. I got to put that first. It's fine. It's fine if City scores the goal first. But what we want to see is the fight
The reaction
from
after
start
that,
to the
yeah.
game. The start to the game. How are you creating enough chances? Okay, you don't score, and then they score on the break. Fair enough. What are you going to do after that? But if their heads drop and City comes in a rant and rout and keeps scoring, then you're going to hear a lot of boos in the crowds. Definitely, I think the worst is going to come. Ole will probably be sacked day after tomorrow if that happens. So if Ole is really the man that wants to keep his job, and if he really wants to be the one that wants to prove himself despite all the critics out there, Okay, if he really wants this chance to really prove himself, then he's got to show something today. I mean, I'm not going to cancel out the fact that he can do it or can't do it. I'm going to say, hey, if you want it so badly, go show it to us. You've been with us for 3 years. Go show us what you can do today,
Let's see.
and,
Let's see how
stuff.
this
Yeah,
pans out, man. And Eugene
yeah,
says we want El Sakiko. Actually, good point, Eugene. I mean, this is what I think you're missed out on with not getting Antonio Conte, man. Antonio
mm,
Conte had his first mega or big press conference yesterday, I think, for the weekend game,
mm,
and he turned up 1 hour late for the press conference. You know the
mm.
reason for that, Ram?
He was taking a
No,
shower.
no. He actually spent an extra hour training the team
Okay.
because he knows they need that. The
Yeah.
Tottenham team obviously badly needs training, etc. In his ways, he spent an extra hour on the training pitch training that team, getting them in shape, getting them into the system and tactics, etc. That's a sign of, I think, of a great coach. Antonio Conte is a perfectionist. He's getting them
Yeah.
out. He's trying to get the message across as quickly as possible. Extra training.
I mean,
So
kudos to Spurs for that. Good job, well done.
and and
I'm
and
excited to see
and
what
I think
happens.
I think I think United has missed a trick by not signing or getting Antonio
Yeah,
Conte actually.
I
So
agree. We
let's
missed it. We missed it. A lot of my
let's
friends, a lot of people, yeah, said that same as well. We missed it.
so
Yep.
let's. I mean, we're heading towards the end of the show, guys. But as we prep for the game at Old Trafford, but Ram, couple of questions more for you, man. One, if
Mm.
United lose
Yeah.
this game
Mm.
badly, because I think narrowly nothing happens, but if they lose this badly, let's say 3-0, 4-0, etc.,
Yeah.
is Oli off the wheel for you? Should they sack him tonight itself, or do you stick around with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Harry, I've been Ole out even before the Liverpool game, to be honest. I think not just the Liverpool game that has confirmed, what I feel. I think the way that we have been playing has showed that he is not the man who's going to lead us. Win or lose doesn't matter. So
So so
if he
so
loses this game,
so let me reverse that question because you have
yeah.
always been only out of late, right? But do you
Yep.
think the Man United
Yep.
board, if you lose badly today, 3 or
Mm,
4-0, etc., are going to
mm.
take action and sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Do you think the
They
board
should.
will do that? They should, yeah,
Well,
but do you think
they
they'll do that,
should.
the United board?
Okay, to be honest, of late or what I've been seeing, they have backed him. They've backed
Hmm?
him, and they've
Yep.
given him 3 games to prove himself, right? As what the
Yep. This
papers
is the
say.
last game. This is the last of the three. Yep.
So he impressed against Spurs. Okay, good job. 3-0, kept a clean sheet. 2-2 against Atlanta away from home,
Got
not a bad
very lucky
result.
in that game, by the way. Got very lucky in
Okay,
that game. I thought Atlanta were great.
not
Yep.
a bad result. Not a bad result. Top of the group in Champions League. Okay, fine. This is the ultimate test. You can't lose to Liverpool 5-0 and lose to City 4-5-0 and expect to keep the job at United
At home as well. Yeah, at home as
at
well.
home,
Yep.
because what's coming next? Chelsea. You want to lose that game 4-5-0 as well? No. So if I were the board,
So
I'll
if
say
if
sack
they
him.
lose, if United lose just 1-0, just a narrow 1-0 victory or 2-1, for example, what happens then? So the the
My
the, the
God.
pain will prolong, lah. Basically, they won't sack him for that result.
Well, I think, to be honest, I hope they do. That's all I can do. I think all of us are
I don't
hoping
think
that
they will though.
that
I
they
don't think
do.
they will though, man.
But I think in all fairness, if they want to keep Solskjaer, they want to back him, and if Solskjaer really wants the job, he has to give us nothing less than a win. Even a draw shouldn't cut it. The pressure should be on. You want to win titles, you want to be closer to the title, you want to be a title contender, you got to win these games. No buts about it. So that's how I feel.
All right, cool, interesting, guys. Keep your comments coming, but we're about to wrap up the show as well. Ram, really
Yeah.
quick one. I mean, big shout out to Eugene, Karan, obviously for joining the chat as well. Brilliant.
Thank you so
You
much,
never know.
guys. Brilliant.
Karan says form goes out the window during the week. I agree, man. It normally goes out the window. I just think the City team is too strong. That's the thing. But you never know. United always tends to get a result against City in the last couple of years. I don't think at
So
home
far.
though. So
So
that
they
would be
have, they have,
interesting.
they have. The City has not beaten United at Old Trafford for quite some time now. So
Okay.
they
Okay.
have.
So
Yeah.
let's see how that works out, man. Let's see how that
Yeah.
pans out. You guys may get out and really show your stuff today. But I mean, I think City is just going to be too strong. I think they're going to overpower you in midfield, as I mentioned, outnumber you. So let's see how that's going to work out. Quick one, Ram. Let's get a prediction from you, man.
I always participate in the prediction of the United app. So I put my score as 2-1, obviously, because I want them to win. So 2-1 for me.
2-1 for you. I'm going to put my hat out there, and I'm going to go 4-1 to City. I think United get a goal, but I think City absolutely hammer you and get a 4-1 result. But let's see how it pans out, man. It's going to be a really interesting game, guys. Half an hour to kick off. And we will, guys, do a review of this match as well in the next couple of days, along with the other fixtures from the weekend. Eugene goes 3-0 to City as well.
Oh my God.
So let's see how this pans out, guys. But yeah, we will do a review show on this as well, along with the other games. There's another huge game this weekend as well, which we will review. We will not be previewing that tonight, but we will review it in our review show, which will be a much longer live show, guys. So please join the show when we do it on a Monday. The big game I'm talking about as well is West Ham Liverpool, which is a tough game, by the way. West Ham in some of the
West
best
Ham to
form.
beat Liverpool that one.
West Ham, in one of the best forms in the league. I read a stat where in the Premier League in the calendar year 2021, West Ham, I think, are the third or fourth, have amounted the third or fourth highest points in the whole calendar year in the Premier League. So they are consistently in good form. Yep. And that's going to be a tough game for Liverpool away from home without Bobby Firmino, without the injuries they have as well. So it's going to be a tough one. So we'll review that game as well.
I hope Liverpool drop points. Please drop points. West Ham.
We'll see how that goes. The thing is, West Ham have not played a solid team like us in a long time. So maybe it's time we teach them a lesson or two about what it is to play an elite team. But anyway, guys, listen, absolute pleasure. Thanks for joining us today. And yeah, catch the game. It's going to be a fabulous game, Ram. All the best for the game, even though I really hope City get a result, man.
Nah, I think it's going to be United. United! GGMU! MUFC! 2-1! Yes!
I'll let you sign off, Ram, in that case.
All right, guys. Absolute pleasure. Sharing this with you, Hari. Once again, thank you so much. We will discuss the other games, of course, moving forward. But today is about the Manchester Derby. So once again, guys, signing off from the Plot Malaysia. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans. And guys, if you're wondering where we disappeared over the last couple of days, it was Diwali. We were celebrating Diwali as well. So happy Diwali again, Ram.
Happy Diwali, happy Diwali, Hari.
I think I'm all recovered today, finally. So
me too.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be a brilliant Premiership weekend. I look forward to it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.